Hey everybody, welcome back. Got a clone today. I wanted to do it because I went to Shoppers today. Funny story. It being Remembrance Day, not a lot was open, just the pharmacies. So checked online, they're open at 10. I needed milk and I wasn't going to pay $5.50 for a fucking thing of milk when it's fucking $3.50 at the fucking stores, $5.50 at the convenience stores. That's ridiculous. Rip people off, man. People need milk. Anyway, so I just refused to pay that. If I had to, but, and I would have, but fuck, thank God they were open. So I figured I'll get there before, just not to be disrespectful, before 11 o'clock, and that way I can, in a moment of silence and all that stuff. And so driving there, and when you get there, you cross a bridge, and you basically go straight up over the hill into the Shoppers. You get across the bridge, they got you detoured. I'm like, well, that's weird. Was there a parade or something I'm not aware of? Because I'm still relatively new to this city. But anyway, the 10-minute drive with the detour took about 20. I get there. It's now a little after 10. They should be open. But they've got a sign up on the door. Closed, no power. Son of a bitch. That's why that whole area was fucking without power, so the lights weren't working and shit. So I was like, alright, well, it's time we'll open when power comes back on. So I was like, alright, well. So I sat there for about 15 minutes, had a smoke, chilled out. Nothing. I said, well, I'll go get a cup of coffee. Tim Hortons about 10 minutes away, and they'll give me So I went and had a coffee, got a coffee and drove back, and still not opened. I said, well, I'll have my coffee and smoke, and they aren't open by the time that's done. I'll just have to get it at the corner store. So about halfway through my coffee, they opened up. Wouldn't you know it, just as they opened, I spilled coffee down the front of my pants. So now I look like I pissed myself. Fuck it, if it weren't for bad luck, I'd have no luck at all today. So I was like, you know what? I'm not here to buy a cologne. I just needed milk. I'm at least going to look. And so I was looking, and they have the sectioned off by designer and stuff. And I hit a designer area I usually don't. Said it before, I'm not a big fan of this house. A couple of them are okay, but most of it's not very good to my nose. A lot of people like it, so chill out. Just to me, I just find this house's scents are very way too fresh and like not even fresh. Some of them can be very heavy, but just they don't last long. And this was no exception. But I figured I'll go and check it out. It was Hugo Boss. And I had just bought a clone of a Hugo Boss scent. And I was like, well, geez, I wonder if they have that there. I can test it. And they did. So I sprayed it on the back of my hand. Went about my day. Smelled it. And came home. Sprayed the clone on this hand. And pretty close, 90% the clone. Anyway, let's get into what it is. This is the box. It's called Arctic 0 degrees. Our impression of Hugo Boss Iced. That's the box. That's the bottle. Very similar to the Hugo Boss bottles that the stuff comes in. I don't like these caps. Never have. Not a big fan of the bottle. It's not bad. It's just, whatever. It's the cap more than anything. And even on the Hugos, it's the same thing. It's a garbage cap. Yeah. So the Authentic, released in 2017, classified as a woody aromatic. Chords are green, aromatic, fresh, spicy, woody, citrus. Top notes are mint and tea. Keep them two in mind, please. Juniper and bitter orange, keep them in mind. And vetiver, keep that in mind. What do I get when I order? Well, both of them, like I said, very close, 90%. The Authentic is a little more heavy on the tea. Whereas this is more heavy on the, thank God for that. See, don't pick it up by the fucking cap. That's a good thing about it, I guess. The Authentic is more heavy on the mint. Or not the Authentic, the knockoff is more heavy on the mint, but the tea is still there. It's different. I haven't smelled a lot like it, and I want to give it marks for that. I mean, I don't know if I like it or not. You know, sometimes you get a cologne and you like aspects of it. I like the cooling nature of the mint. It does feel cool, iced, or 0 degrees, whatever you want to call this one. The Authentic, they both feel, they have a cool feeling to them. That being said, it's not a aquatic or anything like that. Not at all. But it does have a cooling. Heavy on the tea. Even, like I said, this is not as heavy on the tea as the Authentic, but it's still heavy on the tea. Give you a spray here. Okay, spray. A little weak, but it's wide anyway. Yeah, you get that mint right away. And the tea comes in a few seconds later. Kind of like somebody had a iced minty tea. You know what I mean? A minty iced tea. Like I said, I really like that opening. I really, really like that opening. I think that's what I really like about this. The problem is, in the Authentic and in the knockoff, the opening only lasts 20 minutes. And what I don't like about this scent comes out, it becomes very, very bitter. Not even bitter. Bitter I like. It becomes sour. To my nose, disgustingly sour. The juniper and the bitter orange, just too much. And with that green vetiver base, it just smells like sour fruit. You know what I mean? With like sour fruit on a pile of fresh cut grass. I just, I don't like it. I don't like it. This one's weird though. Because it, that sourness, like I said, comes in and it's disgusting. but it goes away again, and the mint and the tea and the vetiver come back about 2 hours into it. And but I can't get by that sourness. It really doesn't do anything for me. And that's where I got to give the authentic props on its longevity and performance. The authentic lasted about 7 hours. Projected pretty good, a couple feet out there for about 2. This knockoff, I got about 3 hours out of it. Average preferred. Projected only for about 20 minutes to a half hour, the top, the mint and the tea. And then as soon as it became a green sour scent, it hit the skin right away. Unlike the authentic, this one doesn't go back to that minted tea. It stays that sour for the rest of the duration of the fragrance. It's just not very nice on me. I wish maybe if they got rid of the juniper and the bitter orange, or even added something sweet in there, like earthy sweet honey, would probably have been nice. Then you would have like a mint honey tea vibe going on. That probably would have been, that's just what I would have done. But I'm not a perfumer. Maybe they tried it and it didn't work. To my nose, something like that would have worked better. That being said, it's unique enough. And I think it's one of those scents that's going to work different on everybody's skin. Just gives me that vibe. So I'd, ditch it. No, I wouldn't say ditch it. I wouldn't say buy it either. Try it. I would say try it. This is one of the ones I'm going to say actually try the authentic. Go to the store and spray it on. Because the authentic brings that mint tea back, like I said, about a couple hours into it. That dirty sourness kind of goes away, and it's a minty tea, green tea type vibe, which I liked. If it didn't have that 2 or 3 hours of that fucking pure sour juniper and bitter orange and vetiver, it would be a nice scent. So I'd say try it. If it works better on you, great. If it don't, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But like I said, it's if it works on you, it's going to be a safe scent. You know, people are going to like it. Mint tea. There's nothing really offensive in it. Heavy hitting. So it's a lighter fragrance that a lot of people are going to like. It just doesn't work on me. Just no. It's just my skin it turns sour. And I mean gross sour. Like, ugh. Like I said, it smells like rotten fruit on a pile of wet grass. It's like, ugh. Ugh. Not even rotten fruit, like rotten fruit in vinegar on wet grass. Grass soaked in vinegar. It gets really sour on me, guys. I can't do it. I can't recommend you buying it. Like I said, I'll recommend trying it because if it works for you, it's going to be a nice one. I wouldn't pay retail for it though. I was looking online. You can get a bottle of it for like $20 online. If you're an online guy, I'm not. But if I was going to get it, it would be online because, yeah, no, I just couldn't get it. It smells really close, like I said, other than the fact that it doesn't last long enough to change back to the minty tea that I liked in it, like the authentic. But it was $5, so whatever. It's about 90% close. Lasted about 3 hours, not long. Listen, all the average per 3 hours, 45 minutes an hour. Not even that long projection, about a half hour projection. No. No. I'm going to give it, just because of that sourness, I got to give it a 1. 1 out of 5. Ugh. Gross. Anyway, guys, that's it. Knockoff of Hugo Boss Iced. Peace, love, be good to each other.